Walt Disney's best animators were like star actors. And like actors, they fit some roles better than others. Some were unbeatable at slapstick.
Look at that! Watch it!
2 days slow, that's what it is.
Some loved bigger-than-life action. Others drew straight from the heart. Milt Kahl was the one Disney animator who could take on any role. He was the Olivier of animation.
All these guys, they're like actors, you know. They all have their ego, and I think they all think they're the best, you know. And I'm no exception.
The lines and proportions on Milt Kahl's characters were the standard for other Disney animators.
I think my main asset is the fact that I didn't have any limitations, you see. I could do anything.
His characters ran the gamut from killers to comedians.
Well, it sounds a little bit egotistical, but I turned out to be just made for that medium.
The range of Milt Kahl's performances makes him a virtuoso among animators. This is his story in the Disney Family Album. It takes one to draw one. Milt Kahl's own life has all the variety of the characters he animated. He's always had a taste for sports cars, such as his Panther Roadster. One of his hobbies is tying flies for fly fishing the rivers of the Northwest. His fish stories include this animation of Slewfoot Sue. Delicate wire sculptures surround his home like dancers in a ballet chorus. Those poses come to life in his animation of the Prince and Briar Rose in Sleeping Beauty. Milt Kahl lives on an ocean bay north of San Francisco. His rich life got off to a humble start.
My parents were terribly poor. My father was I think had a little talent, but was not an educated man the least bit.
Milt Kahl quit high school in San Francisco in 1932. He worked for 2 newspapers, an ad agency, and as a freelance artist. It was the height of the Great Depression, and there weren't only bread lines. There were also lines to see Disney cartoons. Milt Kahl was in one of those lines the day he saw the light. The light was coming from a movie projector. The projector was playing Disney's The 3 Little Pigs.
Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Big bad wolf, big bad wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
When the Disney productions made The 3 Little Pigs, that just really captivated me, and I just loved the medium, you know.
In 1934, Milt went to work at Disney, learning to make drawings that performed. Disney's studio was full of young artists like Kahl, working in the chorus as in-betweeners or assistants until they learned the steps. For many of the young people who worked there, Disney's studio took the place of college.
You know, Walt himself was pretty young then, too, you know. There were a great many gags pulled. I don't remember who it was for sure, but who, he had a little pet turtle. And he got some special turtle food for it, and these guys would switch turtles on him. They began they began putting a little bit bigger turtle, you know, every week or every few days, you know, and this thing was growing to beat hell, you know, and he just couldn't get over this, and all of a sudden they started reversing the process.
Milt Milt stepped into the spotlight as an animator in Mickey's Circus in 1936. His animation was memorable from the start. He conjured up spirits for lonesome ghosts. He kept the ugly duckling afloat. He took the bull by the horns. Ferdinand the bull.
I did the voice of Ferdinand the Bull when he was. There's only one line in the picture when he's a little bull, you know. In fact, I think Walt did his mother. She said, "Ferdinand, why don't you go out and play with all the other little bulls and butt your head?" And he said,
I like it better here.
"I can't do the voice anymore."
Where I can just sit quietly and smell the flowers.
Now, Ferdinand, why don't you play with all the other little bulls and butt your head? But Ferdinand would shake his head.
I like it better here, where I can sit just quietly and smell the flowers.
If not for Walt Disney, Milt Kahl would have been a performer without a stage.
It always has been amazing to me over these years that he kept all this very diversified bunch of artists together, and people who were, so many of them, very rugged individualists, and people who didn't normally, to whom a group effort was foreign, you know, and he brought them all together and got good results and made good pictures.
Disney picked Milt for a starring role in Pinocchio, a performance that was a turning point in his career.
The gift of life is thine.
What they can't do these days.
I can move. I can talk. I can walk.
They were thinking in terms of a puppet all the time, naturally, because he was a puppet. And I didn't like what they had very much. And I handle it as a little boy, really.
A little wooden boy. Now, who else? A wooden boy.
The fact that his arms and legs showed were wood didn't make any difference, you know. He's still basically a little boy. And Walt liked it very much. Then I was put in charge of the unit that did Pinocchio, you see. And so, I mean, I was a supervising animator on it, see, and that was a big jump for me, you know. That was that really got me started as being one of the top line people.
On to the theater. Hi-diddly-dee. An actor's life for me. A high silk hat and a silver cane. A watch of gold with a diamond chain.
If I had the right build and the right figure and the right face and all that, I could be a very good actor. An animator is you have to be part actor, part director, part storyman. You know, you have to have a very good feeling for entertainment. What's entertainment and what isn't, you know. And so you're kind of a jack of all trades. As far you really are. The thing is, you're not limited by your sex or by your weight or anything. You can do anything.
I'm tired of being only 3 inches high. Yah.
The most difficult characters to animate? Humans.
You can do anything you want with animals, you know, because we're doing animals doing things that animals don't do. People aren't used to watching animals doing this, so they're not critical. But they're used to watching people that move around and talk and do everything, and they become very, very critical of them, you know.
Indeed.
Because they were hard to animate, they were often assigned to Milt Kahl.